rocket like rocket fuel.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a run with Cook. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now back to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't
on 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Darnold. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they are going for it. Darnold. Looking downfield for Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They run, Cook, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A big third down pickup of 20 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 right at the 20. We're scoreless after one. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Cook. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. Hey, let's get in them holes. Mike 7. Go.
2nd and 9 now.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check the hot read. It's free. Shoot.
They'll run with Cook. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He's going to get it running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Darnold completes it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Throwing again is Darnold. That is caught by Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you. I got you.
Cook. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook following the penalty. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mike 7. Mike 7.
2nd and 11. Staying on his, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
Yeah, that's how we do, D.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Brett Maher on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Mike 7. Here we go, here we go. Mike 7. Mike 7. It's our time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. reading zeros. He is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
And that is obviously the danger, Charles, of a long field goal attempt.
And what teams are doing now is not just putting their field goal block unit on. They may change it out and go punt return because you have better guys on the field who are able to stay on their feet and block in case that kick is missed. And that's what we saw there, the big return after the long missed field goal. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Cohen. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Darnold now to throw. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going to go. It's Darnold. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
X3, 218, jump.
Off of play action, Darnold. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
We're going to start. 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run, young lady. 52. Check back. Check back. 52 to Mike. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 2. Hey, lady. 2. Mike 2. You must be dreaming. Hey, Mike 52. Hey, lady. 52. I got it set.
On 1st down, Darnold. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Back to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss.
Cook stripped, the ball's out, and I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
He's going to fire one. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Hey, back up.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Will Dissly, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Bears push further out in front. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll drop to throw. It's caught by Davis. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Roquan Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Again, it's Cohen. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go. Come on, 18 gator. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On first down, it's Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Leonard Floyd picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This one caught by Davis. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Back to throw here. And this is Cook with a grab. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. They'll look to throw here. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. The Vikings on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
56.
He'll look to throw. And he finds Cook. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Darnold. This complete to Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. This is Cohen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The screen pass here to Cohen. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll set up to throw. Big hold of the 30. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Bears, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.